The Peak Credit Union Visa Classic Credit Card is a starter option specifically tailored for individuals who are trying to build their credit profile from scratch, such as students or anyone who has never owned a credit card before. When a person is attempting to establish financial footing, finding a tool that accommodates a lack of history can be a significant hurdle, and this card seeks to address that specific pain point by lowering the barrier to entry. The entry point begins with a starting credit limit of $250 and goes up based on qualifications, which keeps the training wheels firmly attached so users do not accidentally drift into deep financial waters. Right out of the gate, the technical features include tap-and-go technology for quick, contactless payments alongside 24/7 fraud protection that automatically monitors transactions and sends text or phone alerts for suspicious activity. Diving into the core financial structure reveals a mix of low introductory rates and standard variable rates that will require some careful tracking. New cardholders are greeted with an introductory purchase annual percentage rate of 1.90% for the first 180 days, which spans a 6-month introductory period from the account opening date. Once that initial period wraps up, the standard variable purchase annual percentage rate kicks in, which sits at 14.50%, though the broader disclosures note a variable range between 12.50% and 14.50%, depending on the specific account type and credit limit. For individuals looking to consolidate debt, the card features an attractive $0 balance transfer fee policy, paired with a balance transfer annual percentage rate that ranges from 9.50% to 11.50% variable. On the flip side, using the card to get cash will cost more, as the cash advance annual percentage rate sits between 15.50% and 17.50% variable. All of these variable rates are subject to change quarterly based on the Wall Street Journal Western Edition prime rate as indexed on February 28, May 31st, August 31st, and November 30 departure dates, with adjustments taking effect on March 10, June 10, September 10, and December 10 of each calendar year. Evaluating the positive aspects of this card highlights a few notable benefits for credit builders who want to avoid unnecessary costs. The primary advantage is the total absence of an annual fee for the classic version, meaning users do not have to pay just for the privilege of keeping the card in a wallet. Unlike the Platinum Rewards version, which carries a $25 fee, the 1.90% introductory purchase rate for the first 6 months provides a very forgiving window for initial expenses without heavy interest stacking up. Furthermore, the absence of balance transfer fees can save a significant chunk of change for anyone trying to migrate an existing high-interest balance away from another card. The card also gives a standard 21-day grace period to pay off the entire balance before any interest is charged on purchases utilizing the average daily balance method, which includes current purchases for interest calculation. However, looking at the negative aspects reveals where the card falls short compared to alternative options on the market. The most obvious drawback is that the Visa Classic offers absolutely zero rewards, meaning there are no points, cashback, or travel perks to earn as incentive for spending. Travelers should also be cautious, as there is a foreign transaction fee of up to 2% of the United States dollar amount of the transaction, or 25 cents, whichever happens to be greater. The penalty structure is also quite sharp. If a payment is late, a $20 fee is applied once the bill is more than 10 days past due, and a return check will incur a $25 fee. Most importantly, a single late payment can trigger the immediate loss of that nice 1.90% introductory rate, potentially replacing it with an aggressive penalty annual percentage rate of 18.0%. This penalty rate applies if a minimum monthly payment is more than 60 days late, and it will stick around until the user makes 6 consecutive minimum payments on time. To summarize, the Peak Credit Union Visa Classic works well as a basic, no-frills tool for beginners to learn the ropes of credit management without an annual fee, but it demands strict discipline to avoid financial setbacks. The real risks lie hidden in the fine print regarding missed deadlines and payment mismanagement. Falling behind on the minimum payment, which is calculated as 3% of the balance, or a $20 minimum, whichever is greater, carries heavy consequences. A major slip-up can instantly wipe out the low promotional rate and land the user with an 18% penalty rate for at least half a year, alongside late fees. Because interest accumulates based on the average daily balance method, carrying a balance after the grace period ends will quietly add up, turning this credit building tool into a costly lesson if it is not treated with respect.